Good morning, Gene and Deanna and girls and friends. It's Mike Michelli from O'Regan's Nissan Dartmouth. What I thought I'd do is send you this quick video because, as we discussed yesterday, your process of selecting vehicles can be quite overwhelming if you haven't done it in a while. And there's many things to look at, and day to day you tend to forget. Everybody does that. So what I thought I'd do is send you a little bit of video information just to refresh some of the things that we went over, to touch base, and some of the things I don't know if I talked about, additional safety devices. Well, I'm thinking of you basically driving back and forth, and so every vehicle today, or most vehicles today, especially all the Nissans, have a tire pressure monitoring system. So this screen is up to look at your tire pressures. You can have that screen on at any time. But when you're regularly driving, it monitors your tire pressures through sensors in the wheels, and it records them. And if they go below normal, if any one of those goes below safety limits, it's going to come up with a warning. You can simply pull into the next service station area. It'll be showing you which wheel is down, and you can simply put the air hose in the wheel. When the pressure comes up to normal pressure, the vehicle horn will beep 3 times, and the lights will flash 3 times, and you know your perfect tire feel. So that's about safety, because you want to always have the right traction and tire measurements all the time. It can take you out of traction if one's going way off. So that's one screen. The other one thing I talked about, again, this is quite different, as you notice. This is, again, the shifter, where it's funny where you put it in park, but again, to put it in reverse, you push that button and you just push it forward. It's very easy on the hands, and of course that lights up that beautiful 4-camera system that's got the night vision. And then pull it down to the drive for drive. But we talked about the manual mode that you have on other vehicles, where you push it to the side and then you're able to shift if you want to downshift on those really icy roads or going down a steep hill. Well, all you have to do is, again, just when you drive, pull it back again, and what it does is, instead of drive on the display, it shows you your gear that you're in. So you can do it at any speed, and it'll go into the right gear for according to speed. So I'm just starting out. It puts you in gear number 1. Okay, so when you do that, then these paddle shifts on the wheel, you can shift up. Okay, so see, in this case, I'm standing still. It's not going to let me shift up to 2nd gear because it's too hard on the transmission to start a vehicle off in 2nd gear. But if I put it in 5th gear on the road and you wanted to downshift it a bit, just the minus key will shift it back from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It actually selects 6 or 7 different gears out of that system, so give you a little bit more driving control. Otherwise, I mean, just having it in drive mode, the vehicle does quite well on its own. Again, a little bit about on the steering wheel, audio controls. This button here is going to toggle through different menus, okay? And then the side arrows is going to toggle through different screens, okay, for settings. That shows you just your audio system. That shows you all the safety features that are operating in the vehicle. Settings menu to set all the lighting and convenience. And this is your main display, which gives you a little bit of everything. So it gives you your digital speedometer. It gives you what audio station you're on. It shows you down here the 196. It means that's how much fuel you've got. Okay, fuel to empty, and of course your kilometers on your vehicle. Outside temperature alert right there, and it's a little star because this is 1 degree. So as soon as it starts dipping towards 0 degrees, that little snowflake's going to come up to warn you that the temperature is dropping, and you might want to adjust your driving for safety as well. Otherwise, to remind you, the cruise control system here, which is the blue one, is the steering assist system, where it's, you turn cruise on, you push that down to set it, and then while you're in cruise control, this button over here, okay, will allow you to adjust your driving distance, or your following distance between vehicles. You might want to be 3 or 5 car lengths and scooch it down. It's going to adjust according to time and speed. There's no actual distance or footage. It just automatically does it appropriately. So yeah, so that the other thing I wanted to show you, I'm gonna just take this vehicle for a drive. Now, we talked about traction, okay, and lighting. I mean, those are dark roads. This has got brilliant LED lighting, and that's what you want for clear vision, because you're going to be doing a lot of traveling back and forth. And I understand you might be used to, or you may not be used to, but that's a long trip. So we want to make sure, again, you're comfortable, you're safe, you're confident in your long drive. Okay, I'm just trying to, just bear with me here. Okay, now I'm going to take the tire. Now, when I just took this key down, this in the sub menu on the tire, this shows you the traction system. Okay, so we talked about traction. We talked about, you know, you're driving a truck, okay, which is a 4x4. You can pop that into 4x4 or lock it in advanced 4x4 anytime. Your Patriot is kind of 4x4. Those both have mechanical transfer cases. Now, those are great for digging in, but there can be a safety issue, and you may not know. You can't put a vehicle, you shouldn't put a vehicle or 4x4 vehicle mechanical transfer case in 4x4 when it just starts to get greasy, especially if you're going around curves and stuff like that, because those wheels don't always turn freely. It's a natural process called binding, and what happens is you can skip out of traction quite easily. I've been on the highways, and you know, it just starts snowing, starts getting greasy, and there are all these Jeeps in the ditch. That's because they put them in 4x4 prematurely. So with this vehicle, with the automatic all-wheel drive system, intuitive, you don't have to worry about that. There's going to be no binding. It's going to give you automatic traction whenever it knows. Okay, and then the brilliance of it is, this is the first time we've done this, and this is advanced all-wheel drive in the new Nissan with terrain control. Again, so you can dial up as you need your different terrain, and this is on the fly. So you know, as I mentioned, you can go in snow mode, off-road, at any speed, and it'll just cut in. So I'm going to give you a quick example here. I'm going to take it for a drive. Bear with me, because I'm going to try to drive and film this at the same time, which don't tell the boss. Anyway, so I'm out and drive. So I want you to look on that screen. If you can see, now right now I'm just pulling away slowly, and it's in front wheel drive. But if I give it a little pop, look, and this isn't just regular highway mode, it's going to go up to 50-50 as soon as I hit the accelerator. That means you have full traction on the front wheels and full traction on the rear wheels. It's like 4x4 in a truck right away, okay? And then it you know, depending on how hard you hit the accelerator, it's going to give you that rear support. Now, hard cornering, it's going to actually pull some support to the rear to make sure that vehicle goes around properly. And you'll hear that nice little tone. That's my fault, because I need to put my seatbelt on. Oh, sorry about the camera here. All right. Okay, now we're all safe and sound. I move so many vehicles around that sometimes I forget to put on my seatbelt. Okay, I'm just going to turn on Baker Drive, which you may know is really, you know, tense at times with the traffic. Okay. So if you'll notice, I'm just pulling away slowly. But if I, you know, grab her up to speed and stuff like that, okay, it's gonna stay, you know, always give me that little rear traction for safety. And that's just in normal highway mode. So I'm just gonna switch it into snow mode here, okay? And it's gonna switch, and then my screens are gonna come back. Now, look at this. It gives you more, look, I'm accelerating, and I'm accelerating. You'll watch the speedometer up to 60. There's still lots of all-wheel drive support there as well. It's always kind of in there. See? A lot more, especially at low speeds. Look, it's going 50-50, and I'm going 50 kilometers an hour. Okay? Now I'm going to pull over here and show you. Now I'm at a stop, and I'm just gonna, and you can just switch it at any speed, but it's easier to view this. So I'm gonna put it in off-road. Okay? So that's going to dig in a little deeper, and as soon as this bus goes by, I'm going to pull out, and you can watch the screen and see how the traction works as well. Okay. Another beautiful day. in the neighborhood. Okay, so watch this. So I'm going to accelerate. Look. Okay. I'm going to keep accelerating, get up to speed. Look, it's 4x4 right up to 80. Okay? And then it, oops, sorry, it levels off. Okay, and then back up and slow down for that car. 80. Levels off. Look, I mean, you know, I'm up. Look. Up to speed. This brilliant traction. Okay? So, what I'm saying is you can have every confidence in this vehicle with this new technology and in this advanced traction mode to get up that icy road, not to get stuck anywhere, especially with a good set of winter tires. This thing is going to get you through any type of condition that you can imagine. Not only the Atlantic provinces in Canada. I mean, these vehicles are perfect for driving up north, and they're quite popular for that too, as well. So that gives you a little view. I'm driving. I'm just going to shut the video off, and I'm going to send you another one with another outside look of the vehicle to give you a little bit more idea of what we talked about yesterday. Just hang tight.